Hello, my fellow Biafrans, the lovers of freedom and the lovers of mankind. I welcome you all to this broadcast of this day. Today is the Christmas Eve, being the 24th of December in the year 2022. By tomorrow, we'll be talking about Merry Christmas, although we have been shouting Merry Christmas in advance for all this while. So I greet you all and I welcome you all to this Christmas Eve broadcast. If you are not subscribed to my channel, endeavor to do that as soon as possible. Turn on the notification button so that you'll be the first to be notified each time we'll go live or post something new on our channel or any other channel related to Okute Daily Talk. Without not taking much of your time, please, let's go straight into the business of the day. There's no need of touching seatbelt because I know most of my viewers are the ones in Nigeria and the one outside Nigeria. Most of you have dropped your belt and you are preparing for the Christmas Eve and also to be singing Jigube, Jigube, Jigube everywhere. So let us go straight into the business of the day. We are going to start our news by the health issues of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, which the lead council is giving us updates on how the man is faring or how the guy is faring. Nnamdi Kanu's council gives update on his state of health. We hope for the best. The lead council for the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, Mike Ozekome San, has raised alarm over the condition of health of the IPOB leader. Ozekome, in an update on Kanu's health condition, said the IPOB leader lacks potassium in his bloodstream and may need urgent heart surgery. The lawyer disclosed that he and his team of over 18 lawyers signed a notice of application for an order of judicial review, Order 34, in the Federal High Court in Abuja, Judicial Division, Abuja. The order, with the suit number FHC/ABJ/CS/2341, then /2022, dated December 20, 2022, sought to compel the State Security Service to grant Kanu's unhindered access to his medical doctors to enable them to conduct an independent examination of his present deteriorating health condition, as earlier ordered by the Federal High Court on October 21 of 2021. Ozekome also prayed the court grant leave to Kanu to compel the DSS to avail him with all his medical records from June 29 of 2021 to date, including but not limited to the admission record, medical and the clinical records, nursing notes, observation charts and documentation during treatment or stay in the hospital, laboratory tests, results, pharmaceutical records, radiological scan, images and reports of blood transfusion records and the psychotherapy and the rehabilitative treatment records, among others. These people are silently killing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They are silently denying him access to his doctors, in other words, making his condition deteriorating and getting worse day by day. I don't know what they want. Whether they want to silence him through denying him of his doctors, just like what they did to MKO Abiola. I think this is exactly the same case that is about to repeat itself. And it seems like history wants to repeat itself, but this time around, they will not find it funny. Yes, Yoruba conspired to kill their own son, which is MK Abiola. Even if there's an Igbo conspiracy against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they are not few. It's only those ones who have sold themselves to their paymasters, the likes of Imo State Governor and that of Ebonyi State, who openly come out and tell you people that Ebonyi State is not Biafra and can never be Biafra, even not till tomorrow. Yet, they keep on telling us that they discovered a bomb factory in Ebonyi State for Biafrans. You have chased Biafrans out of Ebonyi State for a very long time, and till tomorrow you are still blackmailing them simply because you don't want them to come to your state. Where there's no problem about that, let's just focus on the main issue. Let the federal government do the needful before things get out of hand. In the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, this is an advice, not a warning. They should have to do something all they can Now they are adamantly refused. But when the heat started, I don't know what will be the outcome, but it will not be good for the nation if anything happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the detention center. So we just pray that nothing bad happens to him. Otherwise, the Igbos will not take it lightly, and this country will be in kiosk. It is not. I'm not threatening anybody. I have no any power, but I'm just saying, and I'm just stating the obvious. The president of Nigeria, the Attorney General of the Federation, the chairman or be president or be the head of DSS. This trouble is on our head. If anything happens to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I'm very sure that Igbos, I'm not talking about the international world, because if the international, the international body will do something, they would have done something to death. But they don't want to do anything simply because the blood of the Igbos does not matter to them, because of their own selfish interest, because of what they stand to gain, because of the oil they are thieving from our land, because most of the oil that they have been sidelined or they have been illegally taken from Nigeria, the crude oil, it is being sold in their own land and also in their government, and the government partake in it. You cannot tell me that any illegal crude oil that come into your territory, you don't know about it. The government gets their share. That is the simple truth, and why they refuse to intervene in Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case. But notwithstanding, the time shall come where people will know that any eye where they cry can also see. The documents disclose that Kanu's abduction in Kenya and how he was subjected to torture and inhuman treatment has worsened his health condition. According to Zekome, Kanu suffered a mild cardiac arrest before he was smuggled back into Nigeria, noting that his health condition has continued to take a downward spiral since then. He said that various medical personnel that attended to applicants while in custody had repeatedly informed him that they could not ascertain the reason for the depletion of potassium in the applicant's blood. That on various occasions, the medical personnel brought by the respondents took the applicant's blood sample and allegedly transported same to South Africa for screening, and up to the present, there is no end in sight for their trial and the error Medicare. So you people have to, if you are hearing my voice, you are hearing this thing, pass on this message. Let it get to the appropriate authorities that they have to act fast in the health issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before things get out of hand. They have to act fast in the health issue of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before things get out of hand. It gets why. I repeat myself, it gets why. Labour Party kicks as group links P2B with IPOB. What are you kicking against? Is IPOB not? They are not human beings. The spokesperson of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council, Tanko Yanusa, has reacted to a petition linking the presidential candidate of the party, P2B, to the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. Recall that a civil society group, Concerned Citizen Network, in a petition to the European Union, the United States of America, and the United Kingdom, claimed that IPOB is supporting Obi in 2023. What an arrant nonsense. So the individual, even if they are IPOB, they have no any single right to support anybody. What have IPOB done, if I may ask? What offense have they committed? Are they not part of Nigeria? If you people are saying that IPOB is not part of Nigeria for supporting P2B, then why not divide the country? Or if they cannot divide the country, give them referendum, let them go. So that when they support P2B, you people have every right to denounce his presidential ticket. What an arrant nonsense. Yanusa, in a reaction to the petition, said the former governor of Anambra State has no link with the IPOB. The spokesperson, in an interview with The Punch, said there is no iota of truth in the allegation. He further stated that the allegation was leveled against Obi to pitch his supporters in the southeast region against him. Yanusa said it is a total lie. The allegations are completely false. This is like saying Atiku Abubakar of the PDP is receiving tactic support from Boko Haram terrorists or Fulani herdsmen, or that the OPC and the MC Oluomo's group is giving tactic support for Bola Tinubu of the APC, which they are doing, because MC Oluomo, which is the head of Alaye in Lagos, have already vowed to deliver 500,000 votes to to APC, to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. No one sees anything wrong there. No one even talking anything about it. All they are saying is that, oh, Jagaban have do Lagos like this, like that. But the head of Alaye, which is a nightmare to the people living in Lagos, most especially those who are into transport business. It's a very complete nightmare. I have do transport business in Lagos, both Okada and the commercial bus, and I know what I passed through then as a driver, and I know what I passed through in the hand of all these people. Coming out every day, sometimes you go back home with one side of your hair broken by alayes. They are nightmare to the residents of Lagos in all form. But their head have already vowed to give presidential candidate of the APC 500,000 votes. Then he said he is assured of that. Where is he going to get all those 500,000 votes? For you to know that in Lagos State alone, that there are more than 500, even 1 million alayes in every street of Lagos. But no one sees anything bad there. Now they are raising an accusing finger to Peter Obi that IPOB is supported, or IPOB will have linked to Peter Obi supporters. Arrant nonsense. Rubbish. The truth is that Peter Obi has never been associated with any terrorist organization, be it OPC, IPOB, or Boko Haram. He treats issues holistically as a nationalist and as someone who wants to come into power to treat issues accordingly. Yunus Atanko, point of correction. If you are mentioned terrorists, do not include IPOB. IPOB is never a terrorist and can never be a terrorist organization. So watch your mouth before we watch it for you. The records are there from what he did as Anambra governor for 8 years. When the IPOB issue started in Anambra, Obi treated it as every other crime perpetrated in his state, and that was why throughout his tenure there was no single robbery in Anambra. That is a pointer. However, he has listening ears to listen to anyone who has any agitation against the country and against the state in order to find solution to it. That is how leaders behave, and that is what epitomizes Obi, according to Yunus Atanko. But if a group of people believes in the candidature of Obi that should not be termed as IPOB supporting him, that is a total lie. It is a case of calling a dog a bad name in order to hang it. They are only trying to disassociate us and demarcate us amongst our people in the southeast, but we are solid and determined to go all the way to win this election, says by Yunus Atanko, the spokesperson to the chairman Kiloluke. Okay, Yunus Atanko is the spokesperson of a Labour Party presidential candidate or Labour Party presidential campaign council. Christmas traders caught reducing quantity of rice bags, and Nigerians react. Everything in Nigeria, there must be a wayo. Sometimes you will find out that they will be calling Buhari, but at the end of the day, find out that Buhari is not the problem of all this one. Is Buhari the one that is reducing all this rice? It's in Nigeria that you bought a bag of rice of 50 kg. When you go home, measure it. My brother, you will marvel that you find out you bought only 30 kg of rice. And there's no way how you can return it. Maybe you buy the rice from Lagos and you're going to East. Or you buy the rice from Badagry and you're going to, what will I call it? Like Sele Ijesha, La Samaja, and the rest of them. And when you get back to your home, mistakenly you try to measure the rice again, find out that you buy only 30 kg. Then anyhow, you carry the rice back to Badagry or Lagos Island. Nigerians, why? Look at one bag of rice. You see that if yellow paint, you see this yellow paint, that is what they bring out from the rice. If you get some here, wow. Some traders have sparked outrage online after they were caught reducing the quantity of rice bags in an undisclosed location. As the price of rice has continued to soar daily in the Nigerian market, it is worrisome to see some individuals still bent on defrauding people. That is it. Upon the cost of rice, of how much this rice costs in the market, people are still doing wayo. All this rice now are foreign. When you ask them now, they will tell you, no, now so we buy them, now so they import them into the country. But they are the one doing all these things. Tomorrow that person will boldly or openly come out and say, Buhari have killed also, this one, Goodluck Jonathan have killed also, be calling the names of the president. Why they are the one that is the problem we are having in the country. May God help on. In the viral video, a man could be heard in the background explaining how traders remove a pint of rice from each bag before selling it in the market. The video sparked reactions online as many Nigerians expressed displeasure over it. La Viva wrote, we are our problem in this country, not just the government. The government is me and you and I. We are the government as well. Such a pity, the heart of man is evil. And that is the simple truth. So if you want to hear anything about all this, please go straight into nigerianews.com website. You'll find out the reactions of people and what they say through their Twitter handles. Let us go straight into another news. I will not have time to read all the Twitter reactions, or maybe I should do that. I think I should do that so that people will also know that not only me that saw it or read it. So another man here wrote, when they go to their various houses, they will talk about how wicked and corrupt our leaders are. Of course, but they are more corrupted than the leaders. Then Franny wrote, man bro, all na hustle. Just pray not to buy half bag of rice and pay for full bag of rice. You call it hustle, right? May Nigeria happen to you in 2023. That is my prayer for you. Ayenke Omo wrote, the first time I saw this in Sango, I was gobsmacked. Now this your English, eh? You nearly sparked my head. Anyway, let us move here. IG wrote, Nigerians steady trying to shortchange people. Of course. But this one, they cannot tell me it's Nigeria. After all, you are selling the rice with profit. So Nigeria have not done anything on this. So anyone calling Nigeria is a mulutum mpafu. Again, it's a mulutum mpafu. Funto wrote, and you all blame the government for everything. Well, it's all right. Ablesik wrote, these guys should be jailed. No be jail. Instead, let them replace whatever they have taken. But in other words, this is a scam. This is a complete scam. I am Clara wrote, no wonder, no be bag of rice where we dey buy before we go full bag now. Bag of rice go be like 2 pence. Yeah, when you want to buy, tell them to measure it. Of course, if not, believe me, you will buy half bag of rice and pay full for the full bag of rice. Then Angelina 23 wrote, lo, it has been going on since. Cause as a child, I grew up along the market side. So there is this store under our house. They normally used to pack their rice. So one day my friend and I saw them doing this same thing to all the bags of rice. Then really knew nothing that much. I grew up, then I could figure it out. Oh yeah, no. So that is it. Well, Nigerians, I have seen it. Whatever your reaction is, please drop it at the comment section. This one is not government Kosamo. This one no be Buhari. This one no be Atiku. This one no be good luck. This one are your own people. Now the people where they complain that the government is bad, they are the one that is even more badder than the government. South African Nigerian man dies after brutal attack from taxi drivers in front of police station. Child, this is too bad. In front of police station, and they allowed him to die. It's all right. A Nigerian man identified simply as Chinwuko Ugochukwu Augustine has died after he was allegedly attacked by taxi drivers in South Africa. According to reports, some Nigerians were attacked by taxi drivers in Benoni, a town in Ekurhune municipality, Gauteng province, on December 9 of 2022. The victims were reportedly wiped with machetes in front of police station and were left with serious injuries. Chinwoko sustained multiple stab wounds during the attack and was rushed to Glenwood Hospital, where he died on Wednesday, December 2021. Some Nigerians who were displeased with the attack gathered outside the Benoni police station on Wednesday night to protest the killing. They were later dispersed with rubber bullets. The Gauteng police spokesperson, Colonel Noxole Kwaza, who confirmed the incident, said that the case is being investigated. While it happened in front of your own station, right? It's all right. She said no one has been arrested as yet, but a docket has been opened pending investigations. We are calling on anyone with information that could help police on the whereabouts of the suspects. Meanwhile, the Consulate General of Nigeria in a statement on Wednesday advised Nigerians in Benoni to take precautionary measures moving around the area. Okay, that is the only thing you can tell your people. Okay, we heard you. Chinese national 11 bandits shot dead in Zamfara state. At least 11 bandits were reportedly killed in a recent confrontation with the operatives of the Nigerian police force in Zamfara state. The Ashlans were said to have ambushed a Hilux vehicle conveying 2 Chinese nationals with their police escorts while on their way to the Maradon local government area of the state for assessment of some government projects they were contracted for. In a statement dated Thursday, December 22, 2022, the State Police Command said a male Chinese national by the name of Fan Yu was killed in the ambush. According to the police spokesperson in the state, SP Mohammed Shehu, the tactical operatives of the command responded to the distress call of an ambush by a large number of bandits on the Hilux vehicle conveying 2 Chinese nationals. He said, as a result of the unfortunate ambush, the victims sustained various degrees of gunshot wounds and were rushed to the Federal Medical Center Gusau for treatment. One of the Chinese named Fan Yu, male, a Chinese national, was later confirmed dead by the doctors, while the other victim is responding to treatment. Shehu explained further that the other bandits escaped the scene with bullet wounds, but 11 died in the confrontation. 2 AK-47 rifles and cutlasses belonging to the terrorists were recovered by the police tactical operatives in conjunction with the members of the vigilante group. The police spokesperson added, Shehu said that the command deployed additional operatives to the area to complete the ongoing operations by the joint security operatives to restore normalcy and apprehend the fleeing assailants. On his part, the Commissioner of Police in the state, Kolo Yusuf, while commiserating with the families of the deceased, assured that effort was ongoing to arrest the perpetrators of the disastrous act so as to face the full wrath of the law. How can you arrest them? Is it today that they are doing all this kind of thing? Is it today that they have killed our people, or simply because a Chinese is involved? Anyway, that is the normal statement by the Nigerian police. As they make this statement finish, everybody go their home and case closed. That is the end of Solomon Grandi. Hoping that the Nigerian police will come back tomorrow and tell you, oh, we have arrested all those assailants. Forget it. Highest, if they want to just an eye service, they will go and arrest innocent people, present on the TV with their eyes closed that these are the people that killed the Chinese national. Where are you to see them? And they will be charged to court. But pending on, okay now, go be visiting the court every day. They will tell you the case has been adjourned to the 2028. That are waiting trial, and that is the end. Nigeria can never be good with the kind of security system we have in Nigeria. No one is safe, not even me and not even you. So let us proceed, my good people of Biafra. Why I won't leave my words for my children, Iroko TV boasts spills. Jason Chukwuemeka Njoku, the co-founder and the CEO of Iroko TV, have ascribed inherited wealth a burden, saying is the reason why he not ready to leave huge wealth for his kids. According to the father of 3 via his Twitter page on Friday, he would give his children a good education and leave them to be able to fend for themselves. At Miss Mary Njoku and I serve to guarantee our kids a great education. After that, our job is done and they can fend for themselves. We don't save for ourselves, we spend to enjoy today. Young money is better than old money. It is way more fun trying to leave as little behind as possible. Mary Remy Njoku is getting married for the second time in a few days to her husband, Jason Njoku, to celebrate their 10th anniversary, he wrote. Jason Njoku further added, from all I have read, inherited wealth is mostly a burden. We actually don't buy much stuff. We spend on family experiences. Experience we hope to gist about when we are old and less mobile. In the end, life is to be lived. It is a burden regardless. Structured makes it less so, but burdens still remains. Jackson Njoko and Nollywood actress Mary, who got married on August 18 of 2012, renewed their vows 10 years later in Lagos. Their second wedding took place in the Maldives and was attended by their close friends Mary Lazarus, Uche Obodo, Moyo Lawal, and Emmanuel Remy were part of Mary Njoko's bridal train. They are the proud parents of 3 children: Jason, born in 2013, Annabelle, born in 2015, and Amber, born in 2017. Anambra gunmen set monarch deputy speaker's house ablaze. What triggered the action? We don't know, but we will find out. That the government we have in this present time, they are not afraid of monarchs. Neither are they afraid of what do they call it, pastor or bishop or whatever. They do whatever they like and they go scot-free simply because the security operatives have not assured the people that their properties and their lives are secured. Just like what they vow to protect lives and property, but the case is the other way around. It is vice versa. The buildings belonging to the Anambra State Deputy Speaker, Pascal Abodike, and the traditional ruler in the state has been set ablaze by gunmen. Whether they are known or unknown, I cannot tell. The gunmen also burned the 2 buildings belonging to the President General of Osumogu, Nze Dennis Mo Maife. Okay, Mo Maife, child, this name that is Afa Akufegum. The development led to a meeting between stakeholders from Anambra South Senatorial District and the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) over the 2023 general elections. During the meeting, stakeholders of the district and the electoral body reviewed the security situation in the state. The resident electoral commissioner, Elizabeth Agu, asked the stakeholders if elections will be held because of violence in some parts of the state. The President General of the Osumogu community in Nnewi South, Dennis Momife, while speaking at the meeting, said unknown persons 2 weeks ago burnt 2 of his buildings. Momife said, not only that, the house of the traditional ruler of the community and that of the Deputy Speaker of the State House of Assembly representing Ihiala 2 constituency were equally set ablaze. By who? Whether unknown gunmen, I don't know. He, however, stated that a Peace and Reconciliation Committee has been set up by the committee to tackle such issues. Agu, while addressing the stakeholders, charged the youth in the state to take possession of their lands and protect the people. She said insecurity in Igbo land is caused by the indigenes and not imported persons. I disagree with you. Agu added, we must hold the 2023 election. It must be credible and the votes must count. This is the time for the youth to rise up in the different communities to protect their people. We have prepared for the election with materials and men. What we need from communities is to collect their permanent voters cards, that's PVCs. Non-sensitive materials have been distributed already. Anything that is done that will make the election not successful in Anambra South should be resisted. Anyone caught doing abnormal things during the election will not be alive to tell the story. This is a very drastic measure. I am relying on the president generals in all the communities and traditional rulers to secure their areas during the election. Let us avoid suppressing ourselves. The REC emphasized that the corporate existence of Nigeria depends on the 2023 elections. He said, this nation is seriously depleted today, and that is why we are talking about unity. Voter education concerns and efforts and affects everyone in this country. There are so many ways it affects us, but the problem we have here is our penchant for pursuing money. Well, I may agree with you on this, I may not agree with you on this. But the simple truth or gospel truth still remains that the violence in the southeast is imported violence. And people who imported them, they know themselves, and they cannot run away from it. Of course, they cannot run away from it. But notwithstanding, we are going to do what? We are going to continue doing what we know how to do, protect ourselves, protect lives and property, since the security operatives have failed Nigerians in all ramifications. So let us take this last but not the least. Can you imagine that I told you before in earlier notice that the insecurity and what will I call it, and the unrest in Nigeria is to the advantage of the Westerners, and they are happy about it. We are talking about, we don't have doctors in Nigeria. All the doctors in Nigeria have been enticed in working in the UK. The best surgeon they have in UK is Nigerian, not born in Nigeria, but born and bred in Nigeria. They are not born in UK. They have nothing like UK accent. They were born and bred in Nigeria. Simply because of the bad government, all of them have fled the country to abroad, where they are receiving more than 4,000 something or 5,000 pounds monthly for their services. Then now the UK is back again to entice Nigerian teachers. Very soon you will find out that when you born a child, in your own family, you will be teaching your children A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, H. That is the end of Solomon Grundy. Now they are back again to take our teachers away. Instead of them to interfere in this country and let this country be a better place, they are busy taking our resources and also taking our listen. There's a way Obi used to put this in: human development out from our own land, and they say they colonize us. These people can never see anything good in this life, and that economy will die very soon. It will die someday. This is total nonsense. UK entice Nigerian teachers with £28,000 yearly income, but they cannot tell them the tax part of it, because out of this money now you find out that half of it goes into tax, and you go home with nothing. The United Kingdom has enticed Nigerian teachers who are interested in migrating starting from February 2023 with at least £28,000 salary yearly. The data on the website of the UK government, www.gov.uk, noted that the salary of non-UK citizens who want to teach in the UK will depend on qualifications and the region in which the teacher is applying to teach in. They will take all our doctors and all our teachers, and then here we remain with nothing, and they want this country to grow. And although they never pray for the country to grow, simply because of their selfish desire and what they are getting from our land. Recall that the UK in early December listed Nigeria and some African countries as eligible candidates who can apply for qualified teacher status through the Teaching Regulation Agency in the United Kingdom from the February of 2023. Other countries listed include Ghana, Hong Kong, India, Jamaica, Singapore, South Africa, Ukraine, and Zimbabwe. The applicants do not even necessarily require initial teaching qualifications, as the country offers a training program for the potential migrants. According to the Punch, in the data for the remunerations, the UK noted all qualified teachers will have a starting salary of at least £28,000 yearly. This will be higher for teachers working in London. Your school will have their own pay scales for qualified teachers. Pay increases will always be linked to performance, not length of service, and will be reviewed every year. Giving further breakdown on the pay scale per location in the UK, per location, the UK stated that teachers in England, excluding London, would earn a minimum of £28,000 and a maximum of £38,810 for inner London. Beneficiary teachers will attract a sum of £34,502 as minimum pay, with £44,756 as maximum pay. The UK government further stated, if you can demonstrate excellence against all of the teachers' standards, you can be put into the upper pay range for teachers. This is for teachers who make a sustained and substantial contribution to their school. Africans, and I mean Nigerians, they are good in doing this, and they can do it perfectly. You can even, under the space of 1 year itself, you can even pay them more than what you promised. So let us not go there. Unless other countries, but as Nigeria, I know they can do anything, and they can even build that school with their own money to make sure that their pay rises. That is the nature of a nation builder. Africans, Biafrans, Nigerians. When I talk Nigeria, I mean Biafrans. Anywhere they enter, you find out that they will build that place and make it enjoyable for themselves and their future generations. So don't worry about that. You will see to that. But my most concern is that they should not be taking our best teachers and our best doctors to their own land. Let them speak to this nation. They have the key to make this country to work, but refused due to their own selfish interests. I rest my case. So my good people, we are coming to the end of this very broadcast. Until I come your way again, if you are not subscribed, remember to do that as soon as possible. Turn on the notification button. Be the first to be notified each time we post something new or we go live on our channel or any other channel that is related to Okute Daily Talk. Have a nice day and have a nice Xmas Eve. I wish us a very, very, very wonderful celebration of this very Xmas. May the Almighty Chukwuka bless the works of your hand, prosper us in all that we do, in anywhere we find ourselves. Any evil eye shall never befall us in this yearitude, and so shall it be. Amen and amen and amen. Have a nice day, my people. May the Lord bless us all. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. I am signing out. Bye for now. Kemesiano.